Well, it seems I forgot my social graces when I started doing these daily videos in response to Doug's challenge. There's a website out there called YouTube that lets people like me put stuff out there for people like you to look at and go, oh my God, they really do let those guys post things. Well, you might not know who's who. My grandfather gave us these nicknames when we were little. My older brother and I are on the plus and minus side of 60. He's plus, I'm minus. This is Round Boy. What more can you say? I'm mutton because clearly I'm as innocent as a newborn lamb. We also might have some guest shots with Geronimo in Louisiana. We'll see. So it's Sunday morning. I decided I needed to take a little bike ride, and so I fired up Fuji and took her for a spin. And as you can see, it's a little cloudy. The road's a little cracked. But that's okay. It's appropriately named. It's Crooked Creek. Not a whole lot of people out, and it was a nice day for a bike ride. I'm one of those guys that doesn't really mind riding on the streets. I ride the trails sometimes. I got to this stop sign, I thought, have I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Because, well, it's probably not going to show it. But the street sign is named San Francisco. Anyway, I digress. So I rode for a while this morning, and I finally reached the end of the trail. It's always sad when you get to the end of the trail because then you have to turn around and go back. But if you look, they're building me a new place to ride. And I really appreciate them doing this because I can expand my horizons. Sometimes you just have to stop and take in the view. Granted, the tops of houses are not much of a view, but you get what you get. I promised you that the wood turning I was working on would that I'd show you the finished article when I finished. Well, I ran into a little problem. It's got a little inclusion for some rotted wood, so I'm fixing that. Hopefully, I get it out to you pretty soon. If you remember, I mentioned a photo challenge that I was in where the topic was symmetry. I had to submit the entry today. So I was walking along the creek and I saw this great white egret and this big blue heron arguing over the best fishing spot. And it was kind of a rough little argument. When they saw me, they took off flying. You can just see the heron through the leaves on the left, and that's the egret right there. For size, the egret's about 2.5 or 3 feet tall. When they flew off, I noticed this one feather lying in the water, and I thought, well, I'll take a picture of it. Feathers have a lot of symmetry. And when I took the picture, it felt pretty good. Then when I downloaded it to my computer and I got a better look at it, I was surprised to see the drop of water in the middle of it and the reflection of the feather in the water of the creek. So that's my entry. This photo was probably my second runner-up, but I ultimately decided that the feather was probably the best example I could come up with. If you noticed, I started my video today with a sunrise, and I'll end it today with a sunset. Hug your true loves, tell everybody you love them, and I'll talk to you soon.